Hey everybody, welcome back to another video, the T on NPD and relationships. Hello everyone. To all of my new subscribers and new family members, hello and welcome. And to my tribe and family at large, listen y'all, welcome back. Thank you all so much for coming back and watching another video. Y'all know I love to always mention our Thursday night live stream. Y'all know Thursday night is where it's at, y'all, okay? Thursday night, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We go live right here on the channel. I'd love to see you there. Listen, y'all, this is where we go from healing to wholeness to boldness. You don't want to miss that Thursday night live stream. Also, y'all know every time we drop a video on the channel, the goal of the day is 2.1K plus on the likes. Y'all know if you rocks with your girl, hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button. Y'all hit that like button for your girl, please. One time for the one time. All right, y'all. So we're going to jump into the topic of this video. We're going to get right to it. We're going to hop to it. We're going to talk about it. I'm often asked the question, Telsha, so the narcissist has a new supply. Okay. Please tell me that they're gone now. Okay. The narcissist is with a new supply. I just want to make sure that they are gone and never coming back. Okay? Want to know, are they coming back? Are they done? You know, what's going on in that dynamic? Okay? So we're going to talk about it. Now, if the narcissist has gotten a new supply, basically what that means is that, okay, there's somebody else now taking the brunt of the abuse. Okay? Now, the new supply doesn't necessarily, just because it's new supply, doesn't mean that it is ample supply, okay? A narcissist can never get enough supply. This is why they typically don't leave you. You know, they only want to put you on the shelf just for a little while so they can go out and play their little game, do what they need to do with whoever, whatever, however they, want to do it, and then come back, right? That's typically how they get down. So these birds, unfortunately, when they go to get a new supply, although they may flaunt that new supply in your face, they may post them all up on social media. They may do all of those different things, okay? That doesn't mean that new supply is ample supply and they are never, ever going to bother you again. That's not what that means, okay? So let me explain to you what it typically means when a narcissist goes over to a new supply. And then I will work back, okay? So I can show you how this dynamic works. So when a narcissist has hit their low boredom threshold with the current supply, and that could be you, maybe you forced them to leave. Maybe you forced them to discard you. Maybe you discarded them yourself because you found out this bird is not serious, okay? This is a whole one. This is a whole backwards walking giraffe, and I'm cool, okay? Now you could have just did one of those numbers. Now, here's the thing. However it happened, whether the narcissist did the discard or whether you did the discard, however it happened, that doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is that the narcissist is now going to have to get a new supply because they no longer have you as that primary supply. Okay? So, they get the new supply. Now, typically the new supply coming off the heels of someone like yourself, especially if you were that primary supply, that grade A supply that was supplying them with everything that they needed under the sun, chances are the person that the narcissist has now is probably going to be the complete opposite of you. And the reason for that is because, number one, it took a lot to get you, okay? The narcissist had to expend a lot of energy, time, resource in order to secure you as a supply. So if now they no longer have you, they don't have that ability to go and secure another supply like you. No, That right there, you, first of all, supply like you is hard to come by. And for a narcissist, that means that they would have had to have probably a couple of different supplies lined up that they were able to siphon that energy off of in order to love bomb and future fake a new supply on your level. First of all, interacting with you takes a lot out of them because you are asking questions. You like, this bird is lying. You calling them in on the carpet about their stuff. You just like, nah, you're not about to, no, So doing that, the narcissist is going to have to go and basically get someone who is really willing to take the crumbs that they have to give. Okay? So, with that being said, the crumbs that they have to give at that moment is going to pull a different type of supply. Okay? That I talked about them stray cats. Yeah. Usually what they pulling after you is dark. That's them stray cats coming in. Okay? Now, not always is it like that. But a lot of times it can be. You know what I'm saying? Because they got to get what they can get. You know what I'm saying? They desperate out here. They out here. Okay? Out here desperate. Hey! So, got to get what they can get. Now, once they get this new supply in place, they can't undo what's already been done with the discard, whether you did it or whether they did it. So, your question is, now that they got this new supply in place, are they going to leave me alone? I just explained to you that other supply is not half the person that you are. Now, do you think that the narcissist is going to leave you alone when they going from sugar to that other word? From sugar to snaps? Or sugar to you know what? Yeah, no. So the answer to your question is probably not. And I'm sure a lot of you probably going to drop a comment below and talk about what happened when that narcissist, that bird went right on over there to that new supply and what happened over there. Yeah, they came back running. Okay? That bird was flying backwards, honey, look, as fast as they could to get back over there in your tree, in your bed. Okay? Because listen, your bed become a tree when they get in it. I told you, these birds, okay? Birds, baby, they belong in trees, not in your bed, and certainly not in your head. Okay? Excuse me. But yeah. So, yeah, when they get with that new supply, they not about to leave you alone. Some of y'all was getting phone calls 2-3 days after the narcissist left. Y'all was straight getting calls on the phone. The narcissist is telling you, well, why we can't be friends? How come it's got the end like this? I don't even understand what happened. And then some of them called you up because they knew the new supply wasn't going to cut it. They called you up acting like nothing ever happened. Like they didn't even leave. They didn't do nothing. They ain't talked about you. They ain't called you out your name or none of that. Okay? A lot of them did that. So, yeah. Just because they got a new supply, what that mean? What does that mean? Because the narcissist is always looking for supply. They always looking for somebody to feed that appetite, that bottomless appetite for supply that they have. So when you are with them and, y'all go through the whole devalue discard stage and that narcissist tip on out and get a new supply, this is why y'all see them coming back so rapidly. That's why. Because that new supply is not you. And it took a lot to get you. And the narcissists feel like they got to get their, they going to have to go ahead and get their money's worth or their energy's worth out of you. Because most of the time they feel like they put in too much to get you. And so for them to just let you go like that, no. So a lot of you are going to be hoovered like within the first few weeks of them leaving. Definitely probably within the first month or the first few months of them leaving, because they never anticipated being gone forever. They just wanted to go somewhere else and play in a different yard. Let them birds stay right on over there. Them backwards flying pigeons with the feathers missing, baby. Because I'm going to tell you something. You ain't missing nothing. Okay? Not Nathan. Okay? Nathan. You ain't missing it. Nothing. And so, and when they come back to you, they always got this lame, dumb excuse, or they blaming you for everything. And that's not going to change because they're not going to take accountability for anything that they've done. This is just who they are. Okay? So, the narcissist has a new supply. Are they done with me now? No. No, not hardly. Not unless you've done something to expose them on a grand level. Sorry. They'll be back. You just need to be prepared to not be available. That's all. All right, family? So listen, take really good care of yourselves, all right? I love y'all. And I will see you all on the next video, fam. I'll see you all healed and whole at the top. Don't forget to vote. Shalom. Peace.